What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Frame Reviews. I'm Scott, and today we're reviewing Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. I think it's called just Fallen Kingdom. Sorry, there's no the. This film's directed by J.A. Bayona, whatever you want to call it, and is directed by Derek Connolly, Colin Trevorrow, and it's based on Michael Crichton's book or characters that he created. This stars, obviously, Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Rafe Spall, Justice Smith, Daniela Pineda, and a whole bunch of other people. This picks up, I think, a couple of years after the sequences of Jurassic World. The park is now abandoned, and you have an active volcano going on. And in the world right now, Bryce Dallas Howard has changed her tune a little bit on the dinosaurs, looks at them less as income and more of actual living, breathing creatures. And so she has set up sort of this, what word am I looking for? Please help me. They've set up this prevention of getting rid of the dinosaurs, if you will, because I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say right now. So they create this group to make sure that the dinosaurs don't get annihilated by this volcano. And John Hammond, do you remember John Hammond from the first one? Made a brief appearance in the second one. He had sort of like this shadow partner back in the day, apparently. And this shadow partner is very, very rich. And the person who is overseeing his estate is going to help Bryce Dallas Howard and go over to the island and grab a bunch of the dinosaurs and take them to the other island, because there are two islands. If you do remember, if you don't remember, go visit Jurassic Park 3. That they're going to help them take a couple of species, and they really, really want to get Blue, the Velociraptor from the first one, back over to the other island. So, of course, they need Chris Pratt, and so Bryce Dallas Howard goes and tries to get him to come over. You know, I warned myself about my battery going to die, and you know what? I was just going to ride it out, and now my battery is going to die. So I got to pause this, and I'll reconvene in 1, 2, 3. If I look different, it's because I'm actually like 22 minutes older now. Battery went out. I had to replace it. So anyways, Chris Pratt, recruited, finally gives in. Now they're going to the island because there's a massive eruption and they have to save the dinosaurs. And it's not really illegal. Major twists left and right all the time, and nothing really matters in this movie because the twists don't really mean a thing. This whole theme of having to go through and save the dinosaurs, and that moral dilemma of, I brought these into the world and now I have a moral responsibility to these animals. It's there throughout, but it dips. It'll just vanish and then it'll come back. And only when you really think, only in really pivotal moments will it even matter. Otherwise, they're just running for their lives. And J.A. Bayona is a pretty good director. Monster Calls is a film that I had to revisit. I really wanted to like it more. I didn't like it as much the first time as I did the second time. I also really enjoy his film The Orphanage, which is a nice horror movie. There is a lot to like from this guy, and I think you hear it not just from me, but a lot of other people who are talking about this movie. He knows how to shoot his monsters, man. They glow, and there are a few scenes in this movie, specifically one right as they're chasing this boat at the end, where it's absolutely beautiful. It's on the nose, but it's an absolutely beautiful shot of a brachiosaur, and just the whole look of the movie is well done. And you can actually come out of this movie saying this movie was it's not poorly directed. Where it loses itself is actually in the story, and the story is so stupid, and that they're going to sit there and tell you, okay, we're going to go and rescue these dinosaurs and try to move them to this other island. Well, okay, that sounds good. But then all of a sudden there's this huge twist where someone's backstabbed, and now instead of taking these dinosaurs to another island, they're going to take them to this remote New York manor and auction them off for money, because that is the most brilliant thing they have ever thought about doing in a freaking Jurassic Park movie. Look, people say all the time they have to get them off the island, but why? Why do they have to get them off the island? You can still make a movie that is exciting and relevant on the freaking island, and there's supposed to be 2 islands anyways. So why don't you just did all the dinosaurs die on the other island, or what? Like, what's going on here? It just, there's so many flaws in this movie, and then there's so many liberties this film takes. You have this moment where these I think it's Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard eventually get on this boat with these dinosaurs, and people are supposed to be looking for them, and all she does is put on a John Deere hat, and that puts her in this massive disguise. Nobody realizes that she and Chris Pratt are on this boat, and then they get off the boat, driving to the manor. It's pitch dark out, and you have this one bad guy who somehow sees into the cab of this truck that, oh, that doesn't look like our men. We better flag down this truck and catch them, because that makes a whole lot of sense. And then you have the old disappearing little girl trick where, you see in one scene she's sitting there being held by a character, and then the next thing you know, she is somehow like gotten alone from everybody else, and it's like, oh my god, it's so eye-rolling, this story. I just want to. It sucks because there are so many great moments in this movie. For me, going back to Jurassic Park and the wonder of Jurassic Park and the wonder of going to see dinosaurs in the summertime, and the theater was packed full of kids. And I'm like, yes, that was me back in the day, going to see Jurassic Park 3. I don't care what you say. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie when I was young. Jurassic Park 3D was an amazing experience. And then you're going to sit here and tell me that the best you got is bringing these dinosaurs from the island to a house. Now, the house scenes are okay. I mean, they're nothing great. I think Jay Bayona really just... he suffers from a terrible script. And then the characters. You have Chris Pratt, who just reeks of awesomeness. You have a changed Bryce Dallas Howard, which is okay. But you have another character who is like this veterinarian of dinosaurs, and she gets like 2 or 3 minutes on screen, and she's quick and she's snappy and she doesn't take bullshit. She's just all over people, and it's so great, and she's in there for like 3 minutes. But they'll show the scared guy. Why are you even going onto the island, bud? Like, you're afraid of your own shadow, and you're going to tell me that you got to go all the way over to this island of dinosaurs because you know how to crack codes. You've got to be kidding me. That's the best they could do. This movie, like I said, there are times where I was really enjoying and I had a smile on my face. There were some really cool scenes, and I thought it was shot really, really well. And then you just you just hear people talk and react, and you're like, oh my god. And there are some scenes where it really does seem, sincere. When they're in the gyrosphere falling off a cliff with all these dinosaurs falling around them, I'm like, this is a sequence, dude. This is an action sequence. This is great. And then it's like, oh shit, that's right. This is happening. And then the twist, and then they just shoehorn stuff in where you don't even care. Oh, John Hammond had a secret partner? Nobody cares. Oh, John Hammond's secret partner was doing this? Not going to give it away. And they just shoehorn that in at the end, and it's like, who cares? I don't care. Like, how does that match up with what's going on screen? It's not good. Look, I really enjoyed the Jurassic World. I loved going back there, and to see the park fully realized, that was awesome. That had issues too. The Lost World has issues, but I still hold a soft spot in my heart for it. Jurassic Park 3 is like a 90-minute, wrestling match with dinosaurs, which can be fun at times. You don't really take it seriously. My brother and I, we laugh at the dialogue all the time. And if you think about it in that sort of that lighthearted sense, Jurassic Park 3 is serviceable. Jurassic World, like I just said, is serviceable. This movie, to me, is there for a certain amount of time, and then it's just the writing, dude. Will they just get rid of Colin Trevorrow? Like, enough with this guy. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But they're going to set up for another one with one of the worst endings ever. It sucked, the ending. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. They're definitely setting up for another one. I'm going to give Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, not The Fallen Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom, a 2 out of 4 stars. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. Hey, I got a better setup. At least the video is going to look better. I mean, that's the best thing I can take away from this review. And obviously the other one before this. But, hey, what can you do? You're against the gun. You just got to get these reviews out because, I have like 8 or 9 people waiting for this shit. So thank you to those 8 or 9 people who are watching this on a regular basis. Number 1 fan. You guys rock. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.